Hey YouTube, how you guys doing? My name is Kyle, you know me as Dragonmar, and welcome to a new video. Today we have a special video. We're going to be doing a VOD review, but we're actually doing a VOD of one of my own, and this just happens to be a win in one of the highest rated lobbies I've ever played in, including some Radiance as well. So this was a good game against very good players, and I thought, why don't I show you guys that sometimes I am actually capable of playing well. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and also remember to, of course, leave a like on this video if you do enjoy this content. It does mean a lot to me, and subscribe for more. But with that being said, let's begin. All right, guys, we are jumping into the gameplay here. So, as you can very clearly see, as I pull up the tab, there are Radiants on both teams. My team has 2 Immortal 3 players, and their team has a couple of Immortal 2s and some Immortals as well. Now, I am the lowest ranked player in this lobby. Obviously, despite, you know, hitting Immortal previously, I did D-rank this act. I did get it back, by the way. But, nonetheless, we are the lowest rank in this lobby. So, you might be thinking lowest rank. Well, a lot of the times, people see the lowest rank and they think, hey, they're not going to do very well. They don't expect much from you. So, let's see how I take this game. Now, also, I think this is the first time I've shown you guys my Omen gameplay. I'm pretty sure you guys haven't seen this, but Omen is something I've been working on. So let's see what I'm able to accomplish here for the team. So, looks like we're going to be taking C site over here. Player spotted over on logs. Now, I'm able to turn that corner, get a few shots down, but no kill. Now, pretty good situation here for us. A 4v1 against this Jett. I'm going to re-smoke, right? Make sure she doesn't have a clear path in the site. You always have to be careful in these high-rated games because all it takes is just one player having a good round and they're going to hit 4 headshots, no problem. So it's always going to be careful about this, but as you can see, she dashes into sight. Pretty poor decision there by the Jett. But then again, she was using a shorty. Please don't get me started about Jetts with shorties. I don't want to get into that. But overall, nice little round there. Good smokes for the team, and definitely nice to get a kill in the first round to get me on the board. And now we are starting up with round 2. So on round 2, I'm going to be keeping my Ghost. Now this is something that I have actually changed my opinion on recently. I've decided that I want to, if possible, use my Ghost a little bit more in these second rounds. But I will also occasionally buy Bulldogs. So I'm kind of an outlier. I know not a lot of people do that, but then I carry the Bulldog into that third round. So right here, I'm playing a little bit behind my team, just kind of holding the flank from this garage push. The reason I was holding this was because of that Omen smoke. I wanted to make sure no one was going to try to flank around. Sometimes if someone can get a quick flank through garage there, they actually can get a pretty easy kill on any of your teammates over by steps. All right, but in this situation, there is a Jett in window. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here. I'm going to swing wide. I'm able to get 1 kill on the Jett there. So now it's a 3v2 here, but we have to be careful. But my team is able to clean it up in the end, giving us 2 kills here as we end the second round. Now, on round 3, I'm going to be holding off on Sewer here. I want to make sure no one pushes this. This is one of those headshot angles that I love to hold. Unfortunately, I go up against a Jett with an op. Now, I remember I was actually pretty frustrated with that. And as you guys saw, I did have an opportunity there to headshot the Jett. I just ended up missing my shots. Now, unfortunately, I think that was one of the only whiffs I had to that extent. But that's one of those rounds where you really want back, because getting in that impact frag there on the Jett to open things up, especially the player who's opping, would have been massive to help my team. After the poor showing on the last round, I obviously want to make a good impression here on round number 4, and we did lose it. So it's really important here that we get something out of this. I'm going to get a little bit aggressive over here. Start taking over control of C window. Now, I was pretty lucky there that the Killjoy didn't full commit to that peak. I actually think she probably would have killed me. But now I'm in a good spot, right? Because now I'm holding off on this window push. And this is great. It allows my team full control of garage. It allows them to go take site. I'm sort of peeking this corner, making sure that no one checks it. No one swings around. Want to make sure no one was there. And it looks like actually the Cypher ended up being over by CT. So now, unfortunately for me there, I did not have the reaction time to be able to kill the jumping Sage on the wall. I did not see that coming. And as you can see by the chat, I was not very happy about it either. After starting the game off with 2 kills, we unfortunately fall 2-2. But we are still up in score, right? 3-1. So this is important. I may not be playing my best, but my team is doing well. So it's my job here to support them. Now, this is a pretty aggressive Omen smoke. So I have to be careful here because I don't know where this Omen is going to be. So I'm just going to hang out in the back a little bit, wait, see if anyone makes a move. But at the same time, I want to apply a little bit of pressure. So I'm going to go with my own Omen smoke. I'm going to throw that over in window to help me clear out garage a little bit easier. Peeking these right angles here. Did not see anyone. So now I'm getting ready. I'm thinking about lining up a flash, but instead I'm going to smoke my teammates off. I'm not sure if they called for that. I don't think they did, but either way, that smoke sometimes can be good. It allows your team to get into that little cubby over there like the Killjoy did, and sometimes the enemies don't expect that. But in the meantime, I do make a push up, get a little bit aggressive here. I did see the Omen now in the replay. I don't think I saw him before, but I'm able to hit a nice shot on the Sage in window as well. We know Omen went somewhere towards long, and he is the last player. All right, so now it's all about defending this bomb plant. Making sure this Omen doesn't 3v1 us. We have 2 kills on the round. Hit a nice shot there in the Sage to open things up over by Garage after taking down the Killjoy. Now it's about closing this round out and playing smart. So I think what I actually do, I think I Shrouded Step maybe on top of something here. Which is, by the way, guys, one thing I need to work on a little bit with my Omen is I don't feel like I use the Shrouded Step enough, which is that little teleport you have. There we go. I do use it here. So this is something I'm trying to get a little bit better at. But nonetheless, I don't think I end up getting this kill here. My Sage is going to start pushing into the smoke. I think Omen actually was just trying to go for exit frags. But the aggression there towards Garage ended up paying off. Particularly with a nice shot. I think I was able to catch the Killjoy a little off guard. I don't think she expected me to run through quite so fast. And then just a great shot on the Sage to sort of finish off that round. Now, after going up 4-1, right, so we are now on round 6. This is a pretty nice lead, especially on attack. We kind of have them on their toes here. What's really important for me is now that I'm playing Omen, I want to get aggressive. And the reason I want to get aggressive is because I have a flash, and that's something that I was lacking with Brimstone. So it's going to be really important for me to start learning how to flash a little bit better. It's one of the things that I feel like I am still trying to develop the skill of, you know, remembering I have a flash and I can use it in certain situations. But as you saw there, I was shooting through the door. And if you guys don't know, if you feel like the enemy team is getting a little bit too aggressive here on Haven over by Garage, sometimes spamming the door is all you actually need to do to sort of get them to back off a little bit. No one wants to take that chip damage. You're probably not going to get any kills from that far away. You occasionally do with more than one person shooting it. But nonetheless, it's a great way to sort of to get them to back up and get out of Garage. Now here, my entire team, or at least 4 of us, were able to get into Garage here. Following up, I believe that was my smoke there in the window. So we have to be careful here. Molly goes off, and it does damage both of us, I think. But we do have our Killjoy ult going off. So I'm going to start making my way into sight here. Because I know that we have that Killjoy ult. I know I had a little bit of time there to go for the plant. I know I get the plant down, and I do plant for long. But now we have to figure out how we're going to hold off against this attack. It is a 3v3. And what I like to do, guys, if you know me well, you'll know this. I love playing close to my smokes. I love forcing that enemy to walk out of the smoke and attack me. And that's exactly what I'm going to do here. First kill onto the Jet, but I know there's 2 more here. I reposition. And unfortunately, I do kill the Killjoy, but I was unable to finish off the Cypher. 117 to him. About 1 shot away almost. But a nice little play there by me. We're able to get the Cypher into a crossfire and finish off the round. And as you saw there, a little bit of aggression, playing around my smoke, getting 1 kill, and then repositioning. Taking advantage of the fact that the enemy team didn't push through that together allowed me to get those 2 kills and almost the 3rd. Round 7 starts here with a little bit of spam over on this door. Like I was just telling you guys, that's sort of become a habit of mine. I absolutely hate when people play around that door, especially with shorties, which is an unfortunate way to die because of how close range it is. But I am able to catch the Omen here, riding dirty. He's trying to get a little bit too aggressive over here. What gave it away was that smoke, by the way. As you saw, that Omen smoke was so deep. It made really no sense aside from if the Omen, of course, was trying to go for some aggressive push. He did. I played off of it, and I get the easy headshot. Currently leading 6-1 here, heading into round 8. We lose our Killjoy to an opping Jet over at C long, so now we have to be careful here with how we approach this. We are down a player with no res, and the enemy team does have res. So I'm going to smoke off the top of C here. Give us a little time to think, a little time to reposition, and potentially allow my Raze to play around my smoke. She actually does push through the smoke, but in the meantime, I unfortunately get shot. I get legged, I believe, by the op. What I'm going to do here is I'm going for a flank. Now, this is going to draw attention away from my teammates, but I have to make something big happen here. I'm going to slowly make my way over here to this corner. I get the kill on the Sage, but unfortunately, I'm not able to follow it up on the Killjoy. That was a risky play, but I pulled some attention away from the team, so hopefully that was not in vain, and they are able to make something happen here. Unfortunately, though, I do believe we end up losing this round. After losing last round, we do go down to 6-2, which is not really down, but nonetheless, on to round 9 here. So this is an opportunity to reset their economy and to really, really run up that score. So I'm going to smoke off A-Link over here on B site and try to get this bomb down for the team. Now remember, B site is extremely hard to hold on to, so it's going to be really important here that whatever we do, we play together, because it's extremely difficult with all the entrances to this site to hold it. So in this situation, we are getting Killjoy ulted, so now we know there's a matter of time sort of before we expire. And unfortunately for me there, that was a situation where I just did not take a confident fight with that Killjoy. I think had I gone a little more aggressive there, committed to that peak, I think I would have been much better off. What you sort of saw there was a bit of hesitation and sort of a bit of, I guess, a real lack of aggression, I'll say. I really hesitated too much, and when that happens, you second guess your shot. And for me there, I mean, I hit her for 55. I did hit a headshot, obviously, through the wall, but that's not good enough. So right there, I just have to commit to that fight next time and really make sure that I am taking advantage of when I see someone first. I have to make sure I'm getting those kills. So unfortunately for us, we do lose that round as well. So we go 6-3 here, heading into round 10. 3 more rounds in the half. If we can finish this half 9-3, we are at an incredible position to close this game out on defense. But once again, we lose a player early to the opping Jett, who has proved to be a real nuisance here. So down 4-5 now. We have to play together. Right now, I'm holding with my Sage. I'm going to try to get up a little bit closer as she peeks these angles. So now we spot someone up in window. I'm going to flash them, but unfortunately, we get counter flashed. Very lucky not being that molly, by the way, or else that would have been a lot of damage. Quickly clearing the top of that wall. A lot of times you see people up there, so got to be really careful about that. But with my Raze on site fragging out, bringing us into a 3v2 now in our favor. Really important for me to get down here and plant this bomb. Always have to be careful, though. A lot of players can sneak onto these sites, get close, play on logs and things like that. All right. What's really important here is that if we are going to die, we have to trade out these deaths. Sage was able to find one, and my Raze popped off that round. I'm not going to lie. 4 kills, exactly what we needed there. I was able to make my way in the site and get the plant. Didn't really have too much impact aside from that one flash through window, which prompted an Omen counter flash. But nonetheless, we stayed alive. We helped the team a little bit, and we did get an assist on the Sage. Round 11 is going to start off with my signature window smoke. Now, with that aggression there, that's exactly why I'd like to spam it. Because sometimes you actually can hit the headshot as they walk out, but you have to be very careful because when you're spamming, sometimes you can let your recoil control get a little bit out of control, and in those cases, they can just walk around that corner and blast you with the op. So you definitely have to be careful if you're like me and you like to spray that. But looks like we call for the A hit here after getting that initial pick. So what's really important here is making sure we clear our corners when we're getting on the site. So as a player who goes up short here in sewer, we have to make sure no one's in this little cubby. Looks like Raze clears it for us. So now my job, just get on site, plant this bomb. And I plant not only for long, but also a little bit for short here. So we have some options of where we want to defend on post plant. And one place I love to go here is I love going into this corner. But it looks like I'm going to get a little bit aggressive, right? This is something you guys see me do a lot. I get aggressive on these plays, on these pushes. Lucky there that the Jett does not find me with that op as she walks out of smoke. Thankfully, our Raze, or excuse me, I believe my Killjoy actually had a molly down. But the Sage walks through, catches a quick flick to the head there, and we are up 5-1 in this round with no sign of stopping. Now, we know this Omen's up top, but I was actually worried that perhaps he had rotated into CT, but I was able to get my crosshair in the right spot there as he walks downstairs and finish him off, bringing us into the final round of the first half. The final round of the half starts off with a smoke over towards garage, Want to make sure that no one pushes through this, and if they do, well, that smoke's not very deep, so they're not going to be able to get very far, and I should get an easy kill on them. However, my Raze was able to open up this round with a kill, I believe, on the Jet over on C site. Our Killjoy is going to follow it up with her own ult, and now is our time to get into sight. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to teleport in, just as a way sort of to get into sight a little bit quicker. And also, depending on how fast we moved, I could have actually beat my team in there pretty well, actually. And hopefully, maybe caught someone who wasn't expecting the teleport to be all the way in the back there. Now, regardless, we are up 3-2 here. Looks like Sage is able to get a few kills on us, so pretty important here we don't throw this round away. Now, Cypher does throw his cage at me, so we definitely know where he's coming from. And I make a mistake by sort of jumping into the wall, but I am able to get one kill, turn the corner, and I catch the Sage sort of standing over there in that corner. Great kills there to end the half. I believe I went 12-5 in the first half. One of my best halves of the game, and honestly, this is one of my best games. This three stretch of games here that I played, starting with this one to get me back into Immortal, were three of my best games I've ever played. So ending a half 12-5 against a full Immortal lobby, including Radiance, was a real confidence booster to me. And as you'll see in the second half, we are going to pick up right where we left off. We are starting the second half now, up 9-3. So 9-3, by the way. That's a crazy scoreline for attack. Now, some people would say, hey, when it's attack sided, that's fine. But 9-3 is extremely good no matter what way you look at it. So, we are at an incredible advantage here. All we have to do is keep this up. You guys know me, I love, and when I say love, I mean I love playing over here at A. So, what's going to be really important here is that I focus on holding off these short pushes and not getting too aggressive. One of my biggest weaknesses on Haven is I get too aggressive over here at A and I end up dying from players sitting in Garden. So we're on a rotate here. We have to figure out a way to get onto this site and retake. Now, there's a Sage wall and we know some players are close as well. So I'm going to flash through this box here. I get the Sage, get a nice headshot, one Omen left on site. And my Phoenix is able to get him as we sort of converge together. I was going wide right, he was going left, and just a great job there. Good teamwork, and a nice little flash there, by the way. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but a nice little flash from me, able to take care of that Sage. All right, so nothing really happened in the last round, so we're going to start round 15 here. I do upgrade it to a Phantom. Now, we did win the last round, of course. Nothing really happened for me. So, once again, I'm actually going to play on a site here. I believe my Phoenix wanted to play short this round because of the weapon he has. But we lose our Sage and our Raze early. So now I have to rotate. I have to try to get over here, help the team. Let's see what we can do here. So I've got my Killjoy, and she goes down as well, unfortunately. So now it's just up to me and my Phoenix. Now, we could save here, right? This is a 2v5. I think a lot of times it's really wise here to save. But I'm going to get a little bit aggressive and push through my smoke out here towards mid. Now, in this situation, I'm just looking for exit frags. I just want to do some economic damage to them. See if maybe I can take one person out with me and then get back to safety. Now, I do like this, man. I'm watching these clears right now. They look crisp. That's exactly what you want to do. So, we take out the Sage there. I think, okay, that's probably going to be good enough for me. I sort of get ready to re-peek here. Gotta be careful for is people sitting in these smokes. No one in this smoke, though. I think right now, yep. So right now the call is made to stop them from saving if you can. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to back up, take that one kill and sort of be happy with it. And I'm just going to fall over here into the corner with these boxes. Now, unfortunately, I don't believe any of them walk over to me. Although as awesome as that would have been to get a few more kills on this round, I'm just going to save. And I think that is the smart choice, right? Keep your weapons, do a little bit of damage, and just get ready to play for the next round. Now, on this round here, I believe this is 16, I actually make a mistake. I don't finish buying up my armor. I stay on 32, and I instead buy a teammate. Now, I don't think I made that intentionally. I think this is actually just a straight-up error that I made when buying to not realize I didn't have full armor. Now, if you don't know why that's so important, essentially, you want to be above 140 at all times, and that's to prevent the Phantom one-shot headshot at longer ranges. Now, in this situation, I am one shot to a Phantom at a long range, and that's bad. So this could have actually been very costly for me here. And this is something that doesn't happen too much to me, but honestly, in the past week or so, it has happened one other time as well. So this could be an area of improvement for me. Make sure I'm paying attention to my armor at the start of these rounds. But nonetheless, I am going to throw a smoke over towards garage there, just as a way to support my team. Since I am the only player on this team with smokes, it is important that on defense, I'm supporting them as well. And because now that I play Omen as well, I have unlimited smokes. So I can afford to sort of give those away. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm just checking sewer very gently, nothing too aggressive. I just want to make sure no one is creeping their way up. I have a tendency of getting sort of overwhelmed by sewer, but nonetheless, calls made for A here. Phoenix does get a kill, but they are making their way on site. Now, I think in my mind that blind hits every single player, ends up hitting nobody, and then when I peek, I'm just not ready for them to be split like that. I end up not being able to get my crosshair on them. Thankfully, we win the round, but definitely a round that I want back, because that was one where I should have at least been able to flash one person, and also probably get at least one, if not two kills there. So that was one of those situations where when you peek the corner, you don't know who to shoot. And yeah, I messed up big time there. Really, really thankful the team, though, was able to clean that up for us. The final round, potentially. No spoilers, of course. 12-4, though. An incredibly strong performance here, not only just from me, but from my team as well. This was a really, really good game for all of us. So we do trade 2 for 2 somehow, which is always unfortunate. I'm going to break that Cypher trip. But I have to be careful here, because now that I've broken the trip, they know exactly where I am. But you guys know me. I like to get a little bit aggressive. So I hear the shots. I'm able to get a pretty lucky flick there onto the Killjoy. I did not expect her to be there. That caught me really off guard there. I think she was low, so very thankful for that, by the way. But we are able to get the win with my teammate cleaning up the final player over by window. And what a win it was. So let's talk about that. Now, in conclusion, I think there are a few things we can talk about here. Some strengths and some weaknesses. First of all, I had confidence in this game. I don't know why. I don't know for what reason. Maybe I was the lowest rank and I was like, I had nothing to lose, I felt like. But I played with confidence and my peaks all felt so good. I remember winning this game and thinking to myself, if only I could play like this every single game. Now, beforehand, I did warm up, of course, did do some DM, things like that. But everything about this just felt like I was hitting the shots that I knew that I should be hitting. And that's just never the case for me in my other games. But what else did I do well here? Well, I think I played as a really good support role. Despite playing Omen, which allows me to get a little bit more aggressive, I still like playing him very supportive to my team with good smokes, good flashes, sort of not being the first one in, but being maybe the second one in. And I sort of think that that's where I excel. I was able to really clean up some kills there, finish out some rounds for us as well with some crisp headshots. I really enjoyed that. Now, where did I struggle? Well, I think first of all, I need to work on my ults with Omen. I got to find more ways to be more impactful. There has to be something I can do differently, because right now, in a lot of my games, I just don't feel like I'm doing anything with the ult, and I feel like I could be doing a lot better. So if you guys have any advice for maybe some better ult ideas with Omen, throw them in the comments down below. I'd love to know. But on top of that, I think that I also over-rotate a little bit too much. I think sometimes I can... Now, there wasn't very much defense in this game, but I think I over-rotated a couple times there. And on top of that, I have to work on my aggression on defense as well. Now, it didn't come to bite me in the butt here, but it does certainly, especially on Haven. I'm very well known for just getting slaughtered in sewers by trying to peek too much. But on top of that, I think that this is an example of just a very well executed game. I would say I did about maybe 90% of things right in this game, and that is like an all-time high for me. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed the commentary, some analysis, the review. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment, and of course, subscribe for more. Make sure you guys also tap that bell so you're notified whenever I post a new video. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you did, well, I hope to see you back soon. Regardless, though, take it easy and peace.